First, Local 22's Brittney Hibbs live in the Hawkeye State tonight with a look at what is going on specifically with the Bernie Sanders campaign. Brittney?
Yes, good evening, guys. We are in Des Moines, Iowa. This is the place here. We're at a Holiday Inn where Bernie Sanders will be coming later tonight. He will give a speech. I don't know if you can see it there behind me, but there is a bit of a podium. That's where Bernie will be speaking. And if you can't tell, we also have a lot of media that's already made their way here tonight as well. Bernie expected to talk much later after the caucuses, after he finds out the results. So it's going to be quite a spectacle here, as you can imagine. Now, people will be heading to their respective caucuses very shortly, about 7 o'clock Central Time, that is Central Time. And it's going to be a very close one. Now, it comes down to the Democratic race between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. They are neck and neck. And in fact, some of the recent polls, I'll give you a couple examples. The Des Moines Register poll over the weekend had Clinton up by 3 points. And then the latest Quinnipiac poll that was just released today has Sanders leading with 49% of the votes and Clinton at 46%. So as you can imagine, this is going to be a very tight race. Now, earlier today, I was able to see Bernie Sanders at his headquarters in Des Moines, where he was re-energizing his supporters. He thanked them for their efforts, and he said that he said, quote, "We will win tonight if the voter turnout is high. We will struggle if the turnout is low." And then he said very enthusiastically, "Let's go get him." And I was able to talk one-on-one with Sanders on his tour bus, and here's what he had to say about turnout.
Well, we're feeling really good. You know, we started off this campaign 40 or 50 points behind Secretary Clinton. I think right now it's a very, very tight race. What I think is if there is a large voter turnout, if a lot of what we call non-traditional voters, working people, lower income people, young people come out to vote, I think we win. If it's a smaller turnout, we're going to be struggling. So our job today is to do everything possible to bring out as many people as we can.
Now, in order to get that high turnout, Sanders supporters have come out in full force. They've been here for a long time now. I even was able to talk to a guy who said that he is volunteering, and he said it's because he's volunteering for Sanders and he feels so passionately about Sanders because he really cares about his kids' future. Take a listen.
Depends on how many of me there are out there doing this. If there are a lot, yes, I think if by my indication. I think the thing is that, you come home from a hard day's work, you're tired. Are you going to step back out of the house and go to the caucus? I don't know. If we have that sign there for them to see, it'll remind them instead of all the work things they're thinking about when they come caucus.
Now, this is one of the ways that they are getting that high turnout. The man that you just saw there, he's actually going around. He's putting these door to door. This is how they canvass. They're putting these on people's doorsteps, and this says your caucus location is, and it says exactly on there where you go. They're trying to make it as easy as possible for people. That way, the turnout is very high for the Sanders campaign. So again, it'll be very interesting to see things still very quiet here, but it's going to be much different in just a little while. Back to you guys.
They are leaving nothing to chance on this. How are they, I guess, spearheading getting people out and going into the different neighborhoods to make sure that the turnout is what he needs in order for a win?
Yeah, I mean, they basically, it's quite the organization that they have. A lot of the different areas have sort of headquarters, and they're all given things like this. They know where they're going. They're well versed on Sanders' policies, the way that he feels and certain stance issues. So when they're going door to door, I mean, they're talking with people. They're saying, hey, we're supporting Bernie Sanders, and this is why you should too. So it's really a grassroots effort. When they say, boots on the ground, that's really what they're doing. So it's quite the interesting process.
Brittney, you've been in Iowa for a few days now. Des Moines, actually your hometown. So what's the build-up like? This happens every 4 years, I understand, but must be pretty exciting as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's different because when you come back to Des Moines, it's not usually the hoopla that we're seeing now. And even on the plane ride back, there's massive media everywhere, a lot of people with cameras. So it's really just become quite the spectacle. It's what everyone's talking about. It's on, the minds of people around the nation and around the world. But if you're living here and you're seeing it day to day, it really kind of takes you back and you got to think, where am I? Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. I mean, that's really sort of how people here in Iowa feel. And I would imagine that they are ready for it to all be over and for everyone to leave their great state and to get back to normal.
All right, it's a big economic driver as well. You'll be
That's true,
following
yeah.
and traveling with the center on his way to Manchester. Safe travels, and we'll see you later tonight.